Hi traders, my name is Duncan Cooper and I'm a Senior Market Strategist and Trading Mentor at AUDJPY Securities. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the key trading levels for the week ahead for the pairs the Australian dollar to the Japanese yen, the Australian dollar to the US dollar, the euro to the Japanese yen, the euro to the US dollar, the pound to the Japanese yen, and the pound to the US dollar. So let's get into the first pair. Hi traders, hope you had a great trading week. Now I'm on the Aussie yen day chart, got my monthly, weekly, daily support and resistance levels all drawn in. They're referenced in the description below. I'll just discuss the ones close to price now. Just a word of note, I had to manually adjust my daily candles because my platform won't log onto the server at the moment. So just to get the recording done, I've had to do that. So hopefully my daily candles reflect yours. As well, my analysis this weekend will be rather difficult because of the job figure result on Friday. Of course, I don't know where price will go Monday, Tuesday. We had a very aggressive day up on Friday. And we had a very heavy sell-off Wednesday, Thursday after the FOMC statement. So determining where price might go over the next 24 hours of trading will be difficult, but I'll do the best I can for you. So Aussie yen day chart, we are rather range bound. At the moment, we're pretty much in this range here. Okay. So we moved down from the top last week down to the bottom. We're just rallying back up. So at the moment I'm just treating it like it's a range. At the start of the week we could just start to drift back below 94.68 and simply trade back down to support. Or yes, we could first of all come up to re-challenge this resistance area, 95.43 daily resistance, 95.73 weekly resistance. We could come up to there, hold and fail for yes, a movement back down the range. So I'm just treating it like it's a range until price action proves different. So I'll be once more going to be failing up here to move back down the range. Alright traders, moving on to the Aussie dollar. Again, this is rather range bound. I know we had a very aggressive candle up Friday, but we sold off heavily Wednesday, Thursday. Now the broad range is from daily resistance to weekly support here. So what I'm anticipating is that we may come up to the top of the range. We did struggle, even with the very poor job figures on Friday, we did struggle. We couldn't quite get up to 6,500. So we may well just test 6,500, just break this minor high here and then fail. Or we could come up to the top of the range, challenge 65.47 this week coming, and then do we hold there for a movement back down to, first of all, test one small day support down here. Of course we could break higher. It's difficult to really determine what's going to happen Monday, Tuesday, but if we do move higher during Monday, watch 65.47 to be resistance for a move back down the range. Alright traders, on to Euro Yen. Now this is forming a downtrend, however there is a broader range. So the range is approximately from 14400 up to daily resistance at 147.71. Now, will this downtrend hold? So will we put in some form of lower top here and early in the week start to move back below monthly resistance here at 145.68 to challenge support once more at the 14400 area? Or this broader range, are we simply now heading up to the top of the range once more? Do we hold and fail at the top of the range for a movement back down to the bottom of the range? So hopefully you're seeing that a lot of these pairs are in some form of range. Are we simply moving up to the top of the range to fail to move back down? Alright, so that's what I'm going to be looking for on the Euro Yen next week. Alright traders, on to the Euro Dollar. Now, yes, a very strong candle up Friday. We sold off heavily Wednesday, Thursday from the FOMC statement. rallied strongly back up Friday. What will happen in the new week? At the moment, if I'm just looking at price action and what levels have been respected, we're actually in a downtrend in terms of forming a lower top. That could obviously break on Monday, but we couldn't break it on Friday. This is weekly resistance. Are we in this just range here? Okay, from weekly resistance to daily support. Of course, on Monday we could break higher, but for the whole week we traded and held below parity last week. We couldn't get up to parity or above. So is that now holding price action? So will weekly resistance 99.52 hold? Will we remain below parity now? And at the start of the week, yes, we could move a little bit above through here, but ultimately, do we hold at parity? Can we remain held at 99.52 through the week? We held there at least from memory 3 times last week. Do we hold here for a move back down the range once more to test maybe day support at 97.05? Of course, Friday's price action may just follow straight through, but for the whole week we pretty much held at 99.52, could not get up and test parity. So it'd be interesting to see what happens at the start of the Monday. Rather range bound still. Are we going to hold within that range next week? All right, moving on to the pound yen. Now, at the start of the week it was looking positive, but we couldn't hold the advance, and we've got an area of monthly weekly resistance here that we couldn't hold above, and we traded back down now to weekly support. So we did have a very negative week ultimately. So next week, will we be able to hold the downtrend and move below 166.33 weekly support? So at the start of the week we could simply, yes, just start to drift below weekly support and see this just continue to decline below daily support levels. But maybe expect at the start of the week, does weekly support hold for a rally back up to retest weekly resistance, monthly resistance? Does that hold for then a movement back down to challenge weekly support at 166.33? All right, so just have to watch what price does at the start of the week. Was very negative last week. Didn't have such a rally like the other pairs after the job figures, so it is remaining rather weak. Will it move below 166.33 weekly support next week? Alright traders, last pair to review for the weekend, pound US dollar. Now Wednesday, Thursday we heavily sold off back below the monthly low at 114.09 and back below 113.50 daily support here. So I'm treating this area as resistance at the moment, so 113.50 up to 114.09. Does this area now be resistance? I know we had a strong rally back up Friday, but what happens into the new week? Monday, Tuesday, we'll probably come up and test, I'm sure, 114.09. But then, does that area hold for a move back down to 110.60? Of course, we could move above that level, and we're moving in to a longer-term move up. But last week we did heavily sell off back below 114.09. We couldn't get back up to that level on Friday, so watch 114.09 to be resistance at the moment. If price holds and fails there, expect a movement back down, and we could move back down to challenge 110.60. Okay, so as I said before, it's difficult to give you a very precise look at the market next week because of the job figures on Friday. Do we follow through on Monday, Tuesday, or does that rally simply hold on Monday and reverse back down the range? Okay traders, that's my analysis for today. If you want to keep up to date with my analysis, simply subscribe to the channel. I look forward to seeing you next time. Now, if you'd like to follow my forex trading analysis throughout the week, why not subscribe to the ACY Securities live interactive trading feed Telegram channel. Simply contact Nathan.bray at acy.com to get access.